Welcome to Durwood Vaughn Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Livingston Academy. Tonight's 7A action as the Pickett County Lady Bobcats and the RBS Lady Dogs are going to get together in the first game, and Clark Range and Clay County in the other semi. Hello again, everybody. Casey Bolden joined by Rusty Ellis as we welcome you into the Lowe's Leasing and Storage pregame show. We'll break this one down. First for the Lady Dogs from Red Bull and Springs. They come into tonight with an 11-14 record. They finished league play at 2-5 in fourth place here in District 7A. They knocked off Gordonsville Tuesday night in the 4-5 play-in game. They beat the Tigerettes 43-30 in a game that was really close going into the fourth quarter. But RBS able to pull away after they outscored Gordonsville 14-2 in the final frame to punch their ticket here in the 7A semifinal. Big night for 8th grader Zoe McDuffie on Tuesday. She led all scorers with 16. And freshman Sydney Massengill chipped in 13. Pickett County swept the season series with RBS. A 62-25 win by Pickett County back on January 30th. And a 48-27 Lady Bobcat win about a week ago. RBS Super Young Ball Club here for Coach Tara Allen. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 4 freshmen, 6 8th graders. Rusty Ellis, RBS Lady Dogs coming tonight as an underdog. What does this young ball club need to do to shock people around the state of Tennessee and pull off the upset?
Well, simply put, Casey, they're going to have to slow the pace of the game down. And that's what Coach Allen told me after their win over Gordonsville, that in the second meeting, they went into that game in Byrdstown with the idea of we want to try to hold them to 55 points. And they were able to do that. They were able to do that even better than that as well. They were able to hold them to 48, a really good defensive outing by them, just weren't able to score enough points, and ultimately that's where the difference in the game was made, Casey. So they're going to have to slow the pace down. They're going to have to make big shots. They're going to need Zoe McDuffie and Sydney Massengill, along with their 2 seniors in Josie Green and Bailey Massengill, to make big plays for them tonight.
Pickett County, they came into the game tonight 20-2 overall. They finished district play a perfect 8-0. The number 1 seed here. Rusty, big game here for the Lady Bobcats. Gold on their mind, and it starts here tonight here in the semifinal. We're going to wrap up the pregame show as they take it to the national anthem. You're watching the 7A basketball tournament presented by Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Welcome back here to the 7A girls semifinal. Just getting ready for starting lineups as we continue to break down Pickett County a little bit. Lady Bobcats currently riding a 16-game winning streak. That's the longest current winning streak of any team in the Upper Cumberland. Haven't dropped a game now in 75 days. They're the number 5 team ranked team in the UC according to the latest UCR top 5. Lady Bobcats averaging just over 70 points per game this season. only giving up 43 points per game. So a real potent offense and a swarm of defense that leads to a lot of transition plays and easy buckets. Sophomore Zoe Nicholas, the 7-1A MVP, and junior Emmy Lowe, 7A first team selection, also make a very dynamic backcourt here for the Lady Bobcats. Both of them can beat you off the bounce, distribute, and Zoe Nicholas been tearing it up and lethal from behind the three-point line. Junior Callie Reeder, also a 7-1A first teamer. She gives the Lady Bobcats a strong post presence and gives you protection around the rim. Senior sniper Ella Kate Kiesland, a second-team All-District selection, named the defensive MVP, and always draws the toughest assignment. Senior Allie Amonette, she's the glue of this ball club. She's also a second-team 7A All-Selection. She also makes my All-GWP, that's game-winning play team. Just going through starting lineups, make sure we thank our pregame show sponsor tonight. It's Lowe's Leasing and Storage. Lowe's Leasing and Storage. They've got a lot of different storage options for you up in North Byrdstown to fit all your needs. Call Denton Lowe at 931-267-2885 for more information. We'll take you through tonight's first choice family care starting lineup. First for Red Bull and Springs, it's going to be 8th grader Zoe McDuffie, followed by number 11, senior Bailey Massengill. Her sister, number 12, freshman Sydney Massengill. Number 25, Josie Green. And junior, number 33, Dee Polk tonight for Coach Tara Allen for the Lady Bobcats, head coach by Brent Smith. It's going to be Ella Kate Kiesland, Zoe Nicholas, Emerson Lowe, Allie Amonette, and Callie Reeder. Lady Bobcats going to control the opening tip here from Livingston. We're underway. Get it down inside to Reeder. Reeder try to muscle her way to the basket. Ball's going to be punched away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pickett County. Make sure we thank our starting lineup sponsor here tonight, First Choice Family Care. They're a local provider providing complete family care for all ages, including physical and wellness checks along with x-rays. First Choice Family Care, proud to support the Lady Bobcats and Bobcats on and off the court. Callie Reeder's going to try to go to work down in the post. She's going to be fouled. And Callie Reeder going to step to the Kiesland Insurance free throw line here for a pair of free throws. Reeder been dealing with some illness this week. She's had the flu. Not 100% here tonight, but lets Coach Brent Smith know she can go. As Reeder goes 2 for 2 at the Kiesland Insurance free throw line. Our first points here at a basketball game. Lady Bobcats from Pickett County lead it 2-zip. Red Bull and Springs able to break through the pressure over to Dee Polk. Now Josie Green going to pick up her dribble. Zoe Nicholas almost came in and ripped it away from McDuffie. We'll keep our eyes on that matchup. McDuffie, an 8th grader, led the team in scoring with 16. Back on Tuesday night in the 4-5 play-in game. 7:10 to go. If you're just joining us here on UCR on the main page, Casey Bolden and Rusty Ellis, 7A semis. It's going to be a turnover. And Lady Bobcats going to turn it right back over as Nicholas tried to find Ella Kate Kiesland in the short corner. Ball's going to be intercepted. Bailey Massengill on the bounce. Now Josie Green going to work up top of the circle against Allie Amonette, the senior. Kick out into the corner. Shots on the way by McDuffie. It's no good. Nice block out that time from Ella Kiesland. As she tries to outlet up to Emmy Lowe, the ball is going to be away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pickett County. With 6:42 to go, they lead it here 2-0. We're glad you're joining us. Make sure you give us a like, give us a share with all your friends and family. And in the comments, let us know who you are and where you're watching from here tonight and who you're cheering from. As Emmy Lowe going to pick up an offensive foul. It's her first foul here at a basketball game, so it's going to be another turnover. Already a couple of turnovers here early for the Lady Bobcats. Full court pressure from Pickett County. They're going to rip it away. Low down to Amonette. Amonette on the easy bucket. And Lady Bobcats lead it here 4-0 now with 6:20 to go. Massengill able to get it across the timeline. That's Sydney Massengill. She's going to lose control of the basketball. It's going to be away and out of bounds. It's going to be another Lady Dogs turnover. Still looking for their first bucket here at a basketball game. Emerson Lowe, first team all 7A with the basketball. Going to get a screen from Kiesland. Looking for Nicholas coming off a screen. Nicholas going to launch one from the top of the circle. Rebounded by Massengill. Massengill back the other way. RBS still looking for their first bucket here. Deep Holt. Holt working against Kiesland. Now over to McDuffie. McDuffie wants to go to work in the paint. Kick out. RBS shot a lot of threes on Tuesday night. Didn't necessarily try to get the basketball inside. Deep Holt trying to back her way down. They find McDuffie in the deep left corner. And the 8th grader, Zoe McDuffie, on the bucket. Nice looking basket. Back the other way, Emmy Lowe going to get down deep in the paint, draw the contact, and Emmy Lowe on the finish. Lowe going to step to the free throw line here for a Kiesland Insurance free throw. Try to extend on this 3-point lead. Emmy Lowe good on the free throw. Lady Bobcats now with a 4-point advantage. RBS able to get it into Deep Holt. Deep Holt going to back it out, wait for the troops. Now she want to try to go to work against Reeder. Kick out over to Massengill. Shots away, no good. Allie Amonette going to tip it over to Callie Reeder. Pickett County here wants to push. Get it out to Amonette on the left wing. Allie Amonette. Shot off the iron, no good. Rebound, Sydney Massengill. Under 5 minutes to go now here in the first period. Here at the 7A girls semis. Winner tonight's going to punch that ticket to the championship game next Monday night. Josie Green working against Amonette. Now Bailey Massengill wants to drive it down the baseline. Nice extra pass over to Deep Holt. Deep Holt shot it, hit the front of the iron, it wouldn't fall. Bailey Massengill tipped it out to Josie Green. Now Sydney Massengill going to pull one from downtown. And Sydney Massengill with a big basket. Cuts it back to a 1-point Pickett County lead. Emmy Lowe got downhill, and Emmy Lowe wasn't going to be denied on that one. Nice left-handed move to the basket. Deep Holt almost punched away and out of bounds, and it was by Amonette. It's going to stay with RBS here. They trail it 9-6 now with 4:09 to go here in the first quarter. Deep Holt out into the corner. Bailey Massengill off to Sydney Massengill. Now McDuffie. Over to Bailey Massengill. Nice move from Massengill. A little Euro step. Fans wanted to travel. Thought it looked like a good move. And quickly down the other way. Lady Bobcats going to turn it over. McDuffie. McDuffie working up against the defensive MVP of 7A, Ella Kiesland. Massengill. Out to Sydney Massengill. Amonette came and poked it away and out of bounds. Going to stay with RBS. 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. 7A girls semis here at Durwood Vaughn Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Livingston Academy. Always enjoy getting out to Hog-Eye Country. Deep Holt. Kick out. Bailey Massengill, deep right corner. Shot up no good. Rebound, Josie Green going to run it down. Keep the possession alive here for RBS. McDuffie wants to work against Zoe Nicholas. Ball's on the ground. Emmy Lowe's going to come away with it. Emmy Lowe in transition. And Emmy Lowe here with 7 points here in the first quarter. Leads all scorers as we go under 3 minutes. Another turnover. Lady Bobcat pressure really bothering RBS as Zoe Nicholas going to capitalize on the turnover, and we're going to have a timeout here on the court by Coach Tara Allen. And we'll keep it right here. 13-6 is your score. Lady Bobcats on about a 6-0 run here over the last 1 minute. The pressure really getting to RBS. Coach Tara Allen saw it and got the timeout, trying to stop some of this run here for the Lady Bobcats. We're glad you joined us here tonight. UCR right on the main page. Go ahead and give us a share, give us a like. Make sure you're sharing us with all your friends and family. And again, Rusty and I following along here in the comments. Love to know who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for here tonight. We want it to be an interactive broadcast, so glad you're along with us. As we're back out of the timeout, D. Polk going to inbound. Polk gets it into McDuffie. Lady Bobcats coming with that full court pressure. RBS able to throw over it this time. Right wing Sydney Massengill. Going to be a switch off up top. Lady Bobcats switching up top on all the screens. The ball's going to be away and out of bounds. It's going to be the fourth RBS turnover here in the first period.
Yeah, so far, Casey, it seems like RBS just having a little bit of trouble maintaining consistent possession of the ball, struggling with turnovers, and they've created good shot attempts, just haven't gotten them to go down yet.
Nice entry pass from Amonette. Down into Callie Reeder. And Reeder going to step back to the Keysland Insurance free throw line here for another pair of free throws. She went 2 for 2 earlier. As mentioned a little earlier, Reeder a little under the weather this week. But giving it a go here tonight. She's got 2 early points. Still looking for her first field goal. And she goes 1 of 2 there at the Keysland Insurance free throw line. And Coach Brent Smith going to get Addison Lowe here, the sophomore, into the basketball game. Give Reeder opportunity to get over there and get a blow. She's going for the Gatorade immediately, trying to hydrate. Kick out. Nice shot on the way from Sydney Massengill. And Massengill going to bury her second three-pointer here in a basketball game. RBS pulls it back to a 5-point Pickett County lead. Kick out. Over to Amonette. She works all the way to the rack. And Allie Amonette on the finish. Crowd liked that one. Josie Green up the court over to Sydney Massengill. Now McDuffie going to start the offense here for RBS. And Emmy Lowe going to come out and body check. Zoe McDuffie. It's going to be Lowe's second foul. So she's going to have to check out here at the 1:46 mark here of the first quarter. That's junior Kaylee KT Tompkins going to get in and get her first run time here at the basketball game. Lady Bobcats with a 7-point lead here with 1:40 now to go here in the first quarter. Deep Polk kick out over to Bailey Massengill. She hit one from there earlier. Make that Sydney Massengill. It's her third one here of the quarter. Amonette going to leave it a little short. Ball's tipped away and out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Pickett County. 1:23 to go here in your first quarter. Winner fighting for a trip to the 7A championship game on Monday night. Got a fantastic second game coming your way. As Clark Range and Clay County going to get it on after this one. Pickett County into Tompkins. Tompkins works to the basket. Nice move. Kaylee Tompkins, she got in there and spun to her left side. And Tompkins able to finish it. 6-point lead here for Pickett County. We're going to have another turnover as D. Polk tried to get it over to Sydney Massengill.
Thought it was a good idea to try to push the tempo there by the Lady Bulldogs, Casey. And I think as those threes have started to fall in, it's why you're seeing the score getting a little bit closer. I think the problem is those turnovers are still being mixed in there, and they're not taking full advantage of these stops that they're getting.
Under 1 minute now to go here in the first quarter. Tompkins going to have it taken away from her. Official's going to come with a whistle. A lot of gasp in the crowd on that one.
A little bit of a late whistle there, I think. I think that's what some people are a little unhappy over.
Zoe Nicholas going to trigger it here for the Lady Bobcats. Get it into Tompkins. Back to Nicholas. Nicholas going to work off a Tompkins screen. Now Addison Lowe. Back to Nicholas. 40 seconds to go. Nicholas with a runner all the way in and out. No good. Rebound Zoe McDuffie. McDuffie going to clear it up to Josie Green. Now Sydney Massengill. 25 seconds to go. Lady Bobcats with a 6-point lead here. Massengill over to D. Polk. She's wide open from the right corner. No good. Addison Lowe going to come in and tip it to Amonette. Quickly back the other way. Nicholas over to Kaylee Tompkins. And Kaylee KT Tompkins on the finish. She's got 4 points here in the quarter off the bench. Trying to come in and spark this team.
Really good minutes by Kaylee Tompkins here. A good finish on her first possession on offense for her first basket, and now good finish through contact there with a chance at 3.
Tompkins swooshes the Keesland Insurance free throw. Lady Bobcats, largest lead of the game. They lead it by 9 as we go under 10 seconds here to go. McDuffie working against Nicholas. Going to have to kick it out to Green. 2 seconds to go. Green going to launch one at the buzzer. Shots short and no good, and that buzzer is the end of your first quarter. Make sure we thank our first quarter sponsor tonight, Milestone Physical Therapy. Fans are your hometown physical therapy for all ages. Call 931-864-8090 to schedule your appointment. Milestone Physical Therapy, improving lives and building futures. We're going to cut it to a break. Second quarter action coming your way next. You're watching the 7A Girls Basketball Tournament, sponsored by Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown will be hosting an open house on her Deal of the Week this Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1575 Brookdale Avenue in Cookeville, Tennessee. Experience the ultimate in-town living with this split-bedroom plan home featuring a spacious primary suite and private backyard. Enjoy the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with this 1,560 square foot home, complete with central air and natural gas heat and a tankless water heater. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. Join Sonia Brown Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Welcome back here to the 7A Girls semifinals. Lady Bobcats from Pickett County lead the Lady Bulldogs from RBS 21-12. As we're just getting underway here in the second quarter. Ball's on the ground. We're going to have a held ball. Alternating possession arrow is going to give it back to Pickett County. They're going to inbound it here with 7:46 to go. Got a lot of folks checking in here as Delane Cross is checking in. Shirley Moody, Tony Brooks, Misty Dowdy, Bonnie Reagan. Also see Noah McKay checking in, Rusty. Zoe Nicholas on the bounce. Work it down into Addison Lowe. Addison Lowe left it short, went and got her own rebound. And Josie Green tried to come save it in. The official said she was standing out of bounds. He's going to stay with Pickett County. 7:30 now to go here until halftime. Kaylee Tompkins, right wing over to Nicholas. Nicholas wants to work off the bounce. Zoe Nicholas, nice little step-through move. She couldn't connect. RBS going to try to clear the basketball here. Pickett County coming with that full court pressure. Bailey Massengill worked by Ella Kate Keesland. Massengill, right wing. Over to Allie Bate, who checked in there at the break. Kick out to Josie Green. Green's hard off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Addison Lowe. Now Nicholas. Nicholas out to Addison Lowe. She's going to crank one from the top of the circle. It wouldn't fall. It's going to be a long rebound. It's away and out of bounds. It's going to go to RBS as Dee Polk going to check back into the basketball game for Allie Bate. As Dee Polk got a little extra minute on the bench over there. As Callie Reeder also going to check back into the basketball game. Official says, nope, can't come in yet. And so Reeder going to have to stay at the scorer's table here to the next dead ball. Ball's going to be away and out of bounds. Now Reeder can check in. RBS going to get the basketball into Dee Polk. She's got it poked away from behind. Quickly over to Nicholas. Nicholas going to have the ball punched away and out of bounds. Lady Bobcats from Pickett County going to inbound it right here in front of the RBS bench. Looking inside for Reeder. Skip it over to Kaylee Tompkins. Now Coach Brent Smith going to bark out some instructions here. 6:35 to go here in the first half. 6:30 to go here, second quarter. Nice pass from Addison Lowe over to Callie Reeder. Callie Reeder now 5 points here in the basketball game. 7A first team selection. Dee Polk working against Addie Lowe. Now Josie Green. Green Picks up her dribble now. Polk wants to drive it in baseline. And Polk. Addison Lowe tried to poke it away from behind. The official is going to take a foul to the table. Pickett County Lady Bobcats lead it here by 11 now with 6:07 to go here until halftime. Green going to get it into McDuffie. Rusty really liked McDuffie. She's an 8th grader. She was on the all-freshman team. I think she was the freshman MVP. Just got a bright future for Coach Tara Allen.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reason to be excited about her. I mean, she really offensively gave the team a big lift in the fourth quarter as Zoe Nicholas knocks down that transition leaner. Yeah, Zoe McDuffie gave them a massive lift at both ends in their game against Gordonsville earlier this week in a winner-go-home game, and she's one of the main reasons why Coach Allen took the job to begin with. So there's a lot of excitement around her, and a lot of it's warranted.
Zoe Nicholas tried to get the basketball down to Kaylee Tompkins. It was a little too hot for her to handle. It's going to be a turnover. But, Rusty, you can really start to tell Pickett really trying to push the pace here. You've got to feel like that favors Pickett County here tonight.
It does, and you've kind of noticed that when RBS has tried to push the pace back at them, that's when a lot of these turnovers have occurred, because that's just not the game that RBS plays. They like to slow it down. They're not trying to get out and run. They take a lot of threes, but a lot of those come within the half-court offense. So it's the unforced errors like that when they've gotten a little bit too sped up that have ultimately created this gap on the scoreboard.
5:16 to go here until halftime. Lady Bobcats from Pickett County lead it by 13. Nicholas working against a little zone defense here. RBS has changed out of that man-to-man look, went to a zone. Kaylee Tompkins get it into Reeder. Nice kick out over to Addison Lowe. She's going to line one up. Shot wouldn't go. Ella Kiesland is going to come right over the back of Sydney Massengill. Nice block out that time from Massengill. It's going to be the first team foul here in the second period for the Lady Bobcats. Green going to turn it over. Addison Lowe, nice spin move from Addison Lowe. Lady Bobcats press it out to a 15-point lead. Josie Green working off a deep Polk screen. As they're able to get Reeder pulled away from the bucket here. Let's see if they try to attack the rim. Green going to hand it off to McDuffie. McDuffie trying to get past Zoe Nicholas. Zoe Nicholas thinks they're going to come with a foul. Coach Brent Smith asking what's going on. And they're going to pin a foul on Kaylee Tompkins as she came over on the help side that time and tried to help Nicholas out as McDuffie able to get downhill. First free throw on the way from McDuffie is good. She's got 4 points here in your basketball game. She's got one more. Second one on the way is good. McDuffie 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 4:20 now to go. Casey Bolden joined by high school hoops guru Rusty Ellis.
I don't know about that.
We're glad you joined us here tonight. Addison Lowe going to crank one from the left wing, no good. D. Polk going to try to clear it for RBS. She's going to be fouled. That's Kaylee Tompkins going to pick up 2 quick fouls here, and Allie Amonette going to scramble off the Pickett County bench and get back into the basketball game. Amonette played her final home regular season game last week, trying to figure out a way to win this game tonight. Get at least one more game back at the Bobcat Den. Right wing over to Josie Green. Now McDuffie. Hand off Massengill. Nice crossover out top by Massengill. Massengill all the way to the rim. Couldn't connect. Nicholas back the other way quickly. Nicholas, kick over to Reeder. Extra pass over to Kiesland from the corner. Shot no good. Rebound Addison Lowe. In there battling for it. The ball's going to be on the end line. And it's going to be away and out of bounds. It's going to belong to Red Bull and Springs. But Coach Smith really liked the energy that time from Addison Lowe working off the boards.
Yeah, and she's given them good energy since she entered the game, Casey. I feel like she's played really, really well. She's given them a boost in the paint, and she's created a lot of second-chance opportunities. You just got to corral that rebound there to give yourself a better chance at a layup.
D. Polk, Addison Lowe going to come out and give her a body check. And quickly, that's the 15th foul. And so 3:28 to go here, second quarter. Lady Bulldogs going to be shooting free throws here until halftime. Make sure we had a warning there on Addison Lowe. And Coach Smith quickly going to scramble somebody off the bench. And Kaylee Tompkins quickly going to re-enter. Make sure we thank our second quarter sponsor here tonight, Pryor's Auto Spot. Fans, they've got 2 ASE certified master technicians in-house at all times. Pryor's Auto Spot. They sell tires from all the major brands. Guess what? They also do alignments. Visit Pryor's at 8410 off Highway 111 in Byrdstown or online at pryorsautospot.com. For more information, Deep Holt not able to connect on either free throw. Callie Reeder going to pull it up right at the free throw line. And Callie Reeder now with 7 points here in a basketball game for the Lady Bobcats. 3:10 now to go. Back to a 15-point lead for Pickett County. Deep Holt going to have her shot swatted away by Reeder. Kaylee Tompkins try to get it down court to Kiesland. It's going to be intercepted. Coach Smith not excited about that one, and Josie Green going to turn the basketball over for RBS. Going to have a 30-second timeout here as Coach Smith really coaching the team up here, Rusty, trying to speed up the pace here, but have turned it over a couple of times, trying to get it quickly down court in transition.
Yeah, they want to play with pace, Pickett does, but they're playing a little out of control at this point in time. That's the big issue right now is RBS is doing a good job of looking back for those cross-court passes, those down-court passes, and they're doing a good job making plays on the ball and giving themselves a chance to stay in the game. Obviously, a 15-point deficit, not ideal for Coach Allen, but all things considered, considering you haven't really gotten many shots to fall outside of that little 2-minute stretch in the first quarter, you're still in this game, but you've got to start right now making some shots and keep kind of, stacking these stops one after the other.
Lady Bobcats have outscored RBS here 8-2 here in the second quarter. RBS still looking for their first field goals. Just a couple of free throws so far. Down into Aminette. Going to get it down into Reeder. Reeder brings the basketball down. Now she's behind the basket. Has to try to take a step backwards to try to angle her way out of there. Awkward looking shot. It's going to be a turnover back the other way. Sydney Massengill. Shot goes up, rebound Reeder. Quickly back the other way. Nicholas. Get it over to Kiesland, and the ball's away and out of bounds. Going to stay with Pickett County. 2:26 now to go here until halftime. Make sure you stick around at halftime, fans. We'll have the People's Bank and Trust Company halftime show. We'll bring you stats. Rusty and I'll break down the first half and talk about second half adjustments for each team. Kiesland, hard off the back iron. Lady Bobcats still looking for their first connected three tonight. Hadn't been able to connect from the Birdies Lounge 3 just yet. We'll see if they can heat up from that here in a few minutes. 2:08 to go. Kiesland, now Aminette. Back to Kiesland. Skip it. Over to Tompkins. Aminette. Into Reeder, right at the elbow. Back to Aminette. 1:50 now to go. They get it into Reeder. Kick out over to Kiesland. Shot off the back iron, no good. And Allie Aminette going to keep it alive. KT Tompkins going to line one up. And Kaylee Tompkins on the deep. Birdies Lounge 3. It's the first three-pointer here at a basketball game for the Lady Bobcats. Largest lead here of the game. They lead at 32-14. A minute and a half now to go here until halftime.
And the scariest part of all that, Casey, that being the first three that they've hit, or one of the first threes they've hit, that's really scary for RBS because this is a Pickett team that lives and dies on the three-point line, and they've done most of their damage from inside the arc. So a really, really, really tough kind of stat to swallow there if you're RBS.
Emma Tompkins, the freshman, made all freshman team. Going to check in here for Coach Brent Smith with 1:24 to go. Nicholas almost overplayed the passing lane. Got a paw on it. Ball's away and out of bounds. Going to stay with Red Bowling Springs as Kylie Wood is going to check in here and give Callie Reeder a breather here with 1:22 to go as Coach Smith really probably trying to limit Callie Reeder here. Again, she's had the flu. She's not 100% here tonight, but she's gutting it out. McDuffie on the 16-foot pull-up jumper is good for Zoe McDuffie. Her 7th point here at a basketball game. Nicholas back the other way. Shots wide and off the mark. McDuffie going to pull it down for RBS as we go under 1 minute. Here to go in the first half of the 7A girls semifinals. Up top of the circle. Deep Holt going to get double teamed. Amonette going to come in and get two hands on the basketball. It's going to be a held ball. Alternating possession arrow. It's going to stay with Red Bull and Springs as quickly. Addison Lowe and Callie Reed are going to scramble off the bench for Coach Brent Smith. Callie Wood and Emma Tompkins going to take a seat here with 48 seconds to go. Sydney Massengale on the bounce. Massengale trying to work down Reeder. Going to pick up her dribble, get it back to Bailey Massengale. Now McDuffie going to start the offense. Under 30 now to go. Josie Green back to McDuffie. Pickett County in a little man-to-man look here as we go under 20 seconds to go. Coach Smith telling Reeder to back up into the paint. McDuffie under 10 to go. McDuffie going to go to work. And she's going to have her shot blocked away by Callie Reeder. And it's going to be a turnover. Ball's last touch by RBS. 3 seconds to go. Addison Lowe going to inbound it. Up to Reeder. Now Zoe Nicholas at the buzzer, and it's good. On the Birdies Lounge 3. Your score here at halftime, the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County lead it here over the RBS Lady Dogs, 35-16. Fans, stick around. Rusty and I'll come back. We'll have the People's Bank and Trust Company halftime show. It's all coming your way next. You're watching the 7A Girls Basketball Tournament presented by Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amonette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Sonia Brown will be hosting an open house on her Deal of the Week this Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1575 Brookdale Avenue in Cookville, Tennessee. Experience the ultimate in-town living with this split-bedroom plan home featuring a spacious primary suite and private backyard. Enjoy the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with this 1,560 square foot home, complete with central air and natural gas heat and a tankless water heater. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. Join Sonia Brown Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Welcome back here to Durwood Vaughn Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Livingston Academy. 7A semifinals here on the girls' side tonight, as Red Bull and Springs and Pickett County here in the semis. Hello again, everybody. Casey Bolden and Rusty Ellis as we welcome you into the People's Bank and Trust Company halftime show. We'll break it down for you here. Red Bull and Springs hit 4 first quarter three-pointers. That was all the buckets that they hit, all from long range. Pickett County, no three-point field goals in the first quarter, put a couple on the board in the second quarter. Pickett County led it 21-12 after one quarter, but really the difference here in the basketball game. Lady Bobcats outscored the Lady Dogs from RBS 14-4 in the second quarter. Only field goal came by way of Zoe McDuffie, the all-freshman team, and honorable mention all-district. As we'll break down scoring here for you in the first half. First, for Red Bull and Springs, the Lady Bulldogs, Zoe McDuffie, the freshman, has got 6 points here in the basketball game. And Sydney Massengale, the all-freshman team, an honorable mention, all 7A, she's got 9. And that's going to be it for the Lady Dogs from RBS. Only 2 scorers in the scoring column for their total of 16 points here. For the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County, Ella Kate Kiesland in the first quarter had 2. Zoe Nicholas had 7 as she buried a big Birdie's Lounge 3 right before the buzzer. Nicholas, the 7A MVP, and playing lights out again here in the first half. Emerson Lowe held scoreless in the first half. Addison Lowe with 2 points. Callie Reeder, who we mentioned, really battling some illness. She's had the flu, been sick most of the week. Not 100% here tonight, but gutting it out. Coach Smith really trying to get her some breathers and some breaks, and immediately when she's going to the bench, she's going right to the Gatorade. Really trying to pump some fluids here. Reeder with 7 points here in the first half. And then Kaylee Tompkins, what a spark off the bench tonight for KT, as she's going to have 8 points here in the basketball game for the Lady Bobcats. She's going to lead all scorers. So Tompkins had 8, Reeder had 7, Addison Lowe had 2. Zoe Nicholas also with 7. And Ella Kate Kiesland with 2 points here in your basketball game. Your score here at halftime of the 7A girls semis. Lady Bobcats from Pickett County 35 and RBS 16. Rusty Ellis, you and I have talked about it all season. Lady Bobcats got a taste of the Borough last year. They've got gold on their mind here this season, and it really starts here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, to make it to Murfreesboro, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to make it through the district tournament first. And the good news for Pickett County, at least, is they already did themselves a favor by setting themselves up with the 1 seed. They weren't going to be in the play-in game. They're automatically in the region because of that. And with that 1 seed, you feel like they've got a pretty favorable path to get that they can create for themselves both here in the district tournament and in the region tournament as well. When you start to look at the Joe Burns and East Robertson and Knowledge Academy, you look at what that region is like, you feel like Pickett has set themselves up really well on a nice path. But obviously you can't take a night off, especially in Region 7A. You still got to come out and play this second half because you know RBS is going to give you everything they've got because they'd love to pull an upset. They'd love to shock the world and come back from down 19 here. So you've got to come out and play your best ball here in the second half.
Welcome in here if you're just joining us on the People's Bank and Trust Company halftime show. Casey Bolden joined by Rusty Ellis here on UCR right on the main page. Go ahead and give us a share, give us a like, and let us know who you are and where you're watching from here in the comments tonight. Rusty and I following along. And we'd love this thing to be interactive all night long, so let us know who you are, where you're watching from, and again, who you're cheering for here tonight, as we've got a 19-point game here with about 2 minutes to go until third quarter action. Rusty got a fantastic game coming up just immediately following this one as Clark Range and Clay County tied for the second seed, had to do a coin flip But it's going to be a fantastic game here tonight, not only the next game coming up.
Yeah. Clark Range and Clay County are going to put on a really, really good show for everybody in attendance. And I feel like that's one that if you're a Pickett County fan, if you're an RBS fan, I feel like that's one of those you'll stick around for just because it's going to be a fun game. There's going to be a lot of fun basketball played. There's going to be a lot of fun basketball played around this area, period. But I'm not so sure that Clark Range in this girls' game isn't going to be one of the best games in the area because that's two teams that play great defense. They can score the ball at all three levels. They both shoot the ball well from three. And it's two contrasting styles in the sense that Clay likes to play really slow, and Clark Range loves to get up and down the floor. They like to run and gun. They like to do a lot of that stuff in transition that you see Pickett does. So it's going to be a really interesting contrasting, comparing of styles. But I'm excited to see those two teams play.
Absolutely. They split the regular season series, and so tonight's going to be the rubber match here in the 7A semis. We're glad you're joining us here on UCR on the main page. Make sure we thank our halftime show sponsor tonight, the People's Bank and Trust Company. People's Bank and Trust. They're proud to offer modern banking services with traditional values, fans. People's Bank and Trust Company, they support Pickett County athletics. They're an equal housing lender. They're a member, FDIC. As second quarter action getting underway here, the official is going to break up both team huddles. And it looks like Pickett County is going to open up the second half here with the first possession. Allie Amonette going to inbound it for Pickett County. Rusty Ellis, she's the salutatorian of her class this year, 4.0 grade point average. She's on my GWP team. Allie Amonette, fantastic season. She does it on and off the court.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that there's this conception out there, this misconception that that athletes are kind of just meatheads who don't really excel in the classroom. And to be honest, Casey, as you and I both know, it's a lot harder to excel in the classroom when you are an athlete because there's so much of your free time that is taken up by athletics that to have the kind of numbers that she does in the classroom, to be the salutatorian and to be near the top of your class, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of extra time away from the classroom. And it's like sports in the sense of, to excel in the classroom, you can't just go to school and have all your studying done there. You've got to do a lot of work away from the classroom. So really impressive stuff by Allie Amonette.
Amy Lowe going to open up with a bucket here to start the second half. Lowe's first basket here in the basketball hour. Lowe had 7 first half points. Missed her in the first half. So Lowe now here with 9. Leads all Lady Bobcat scores. Apologize, Emerson Lowe. Keesland going to come out and challenge McDuffie. As McDuffie trying to work against Keesland, Keesland's going to foul her. And RBS going to inbound it. Get it into Polk. Now Green. Pass off to McDuffie. Working against 7A MVP Zoe Nicholas. Going to come up and challenge. She's ripping at the basketball. Get it over to Green. Now Dee Polk wants to work against Reeder. And the shot goes up no good. She tries to get her own rebound, but Ella Keesland from Pickett County is going to chase it down. Lady Bobcats going to work it to the rim. Zoe Nicholas to make it Emmy Lowe on the finish. Good looking bucket that time from Lowe to the left. Nice move that time from Bailey Massengill. Her first bucket here at a basketball game. Lowe tried to work it over to Amonette. Ball's going to squirt away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pickett County. 6 minutes to go here